I used to believe that the strangest thing about my daughter, Emily, was her habit of talking to shadows. As a single dad raising a 9-year-old in a quiet town in Pennsylvania, I brushed it off as childhood imagination. Kids invent friends. They giggle at corners of rooms. They whisper secrets into the dark. But things changed the night she told me, with complete seriousness, "Daddy, the shadows are showing me doors." Emily had always been sensitive. She cried when storms rolled in, claiming she could hear the thunder before it even started. She never liked mirrors either, said they reflected too much. At first, I chalked it up to quirkiness. But then she began waking at 3:03 a.m. every night, standing at the end of my bed, her pale face barely lit by the digital clock glow. "Daddy," she whispered one night, "they want me to take you with me next time." Chills spread down my spine. "Who wants you to take me?" "The ones in between." A week later, Emily came home from school with a picture she had drawn during art class. Most kids drew houses, flowers, or superheroes. Emily drew a black archway surrounded by shapes that looked like hands reaching out of the walls. In the center of the archway stood a small figure holding a lantern, her. "Sweetheart," I asked gently, "what is this?" She topped the page. "It's the bridge. I'm the light so they can walk across." Her teacher thought it was creative. I thought it was terrifying. One stormy night in October, lightning flashed through the windows, and Emily sat upright in bed before I could even tuck her in. "It's open. The bridge is open." Before I could respond, the air in the room shifted, colder, heavier. My breath fogged in front of me. The corner of her bedroom rippled as though the wall were made of water, and then I saw it, a dark archway, just like in her drawing. Figures stood beyond it, tall, too thin, with eyes that glowed faintly white. They didn't move, just stared at us. Emily didn't look scared. She reached out a hand toward them. "Don't!" I shouted, pulling her back, but the room shook, rattling picture frames off the walls, as if reality itself resented my interruption. The next morning, I begged her to tell me the truth. She sat at the kitchen table with her cereal, speaking calmly, almost like an adult. "They said I'm the bridge, Daddy. I let them visit, and they let me see their world. It's not scary when you're there. It's quiet. No one fights. No one dies." I tried to explain that it was just dreams, but she shook her head. "They promised they wouldn't hurt us, but bridges can break if people don't believe." That night, I locked every door, every window. But at 3:03 a.m., Emily was gone. Her bedroom was empty, except for a faint hum of static, like an old TV. The archway shimmered faintly against the far wall. Without thinking, I stepped through. The air on the other side was thick, metallic. The sky was gray, endless, and filled with slow-moving shapes that drifted like smoke. Towering structures curved in impossible directions. Shadows walked without bodies. Emily stood a few feet ahead, holding that same lantern from her drawing. "Daddy, you came," she said, smiling. "They said you would." Shapes emerged from the haze, surrounding us. Their voices weren't words, but vibrations inside my head. "The bridge is strong. The child belongs to both worlds now." I grabbed Emily's hand. "She belongs here, with me." The voices pulsed again, stronger. "Then you must choose. A bridge must anchor in both realms, one on each side." The meaning hit me like ice. They wanted me to stay so Emily could return. A trade. Emily's eyes filled with tears. "Don't, Daddy, don't stay here." But I saw the exhaustion in her face, how heavy it was for a child to carry the weight of two worlds. She had been chosen, yes, but not by choice. I pulled her into a hug. "Go home, Em. Live your life. I'll hold the bridge steady." "No!" she screamed, clinging to me. But the shadows pulled her back, gently, as if the world itself knew what must happen. I woke up in my bed, gasping for air. My clock read 7:12 a.m. The house was quiet, sunlight spilling through the curtains. Emily's laughter floated from the kitchen as she made toast. For a moment, I thought it had all been a nightmare, until I noticed the faint silver dust clinging to my hands, the same dust that had covered everything on the other side. Emily doesn't wake up at 3:03 a.m. anymore. She doesn't draw black arches. She doesn't talk to shadows. She's free. But sometimes, late at night, I hear whispers echoing from the walls, not calling for her anymore, calling for me, because I am the anchor now. And I know one of these nights the archway will open again, not for Emily, but for me.